G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Flashlight Crazy. Today I'm doing a heads-up comparison between the Fenix LR40R flood and throw light and the Olight Marauder 2 flood and throw light. Let's check them out. Oh, all right. Battle of the Titans begins. Now, let's lens look first. So, there is a difference in the throw between these two, okay? So the Marauder on my right has an LEP throw, whereas the Fenix on my left has an LED. That is a major difference. Apart from that, these two are competitors. We have the Olight Marauder 2 on my right and the Fenix LR40R on my left. Okay, now let's go through just designs first, okay? Because they have similar designs, but there are some differences that I want to point out. So starting with the Fenix, it is a very nice material, typical Fenix. There's no sacrifices in the way that a Fenix light is made. It's very, very nice. Look at that. There's the emitters down there. The throw is caused by that deep reflector down there, very deep, and the flood is caused by all these emitters around the outside. The bezel is beautiful. Stainless steel bezel gives it a really nice color scheme look, black and silver. We have heat sinks just everywhere on the head and neck, and even the lower neck as well. Look at all those heat sinks. Now, here you have a port with a USB-C for charging it and a USB-A because this can be used as a power bank, same as this. And what powers this light, and this may be the deciding factor for some people, because what powers this light is 4 batteries. They look like they are basically 4 18650s, but you've got a total 3.6 volt, 12,000 milliamp hour battery, all protected cells, right? So that is what powers the Fenix. And when I get to the Marauder, I'll explain what powers that, but it might be a deal breaker for some people. Now here, you've got your buttons which basically say throw or flood. So that one is for throw, that one is for flood. So press and hold, that's the throw. Can't really see it because I'm very close, there it is. And then press and hold, turn it off. Press and hold the other one. Oh my God, and that's flood. I'll just put that down to the lowest output because, whoa, that was bright. You have here Fenix LR40R. There it is. That's the bottom there. You've got all sorts of different holes for lanyards here, all the way around. And it obviously tail stands. In the hand, very comfortable. Quite heavy, but very comfortable. So not including the battery, this weighs 500 grams. So with the battery, it weighs more. But as you can see in the hand, it is very secure, very comfortable indeed. And these 2 buttons here are very easy to access with your thumb once you have the light in a secure grip. All right, now the Marauder. So the Marauder here, and as we can see, there is the flood with all those emitters down there, and then the throw comes out of here. This area here. You've got a blue bezel, the blue and black color scheme that Olight love to use, although this comes in heaps of other colors, as every Olight does. You've got some gear looking bits around the neck here, like a frill almost, and then you've got some really deep heat sinks all the way down there that are honestly designed to look really cool. So, you know, if you're going to put heat sinks, you may as well make them look cool, and Olight has done that here. Major difference, one major difference. First major difference is the rubber. So the rubber around the grip. Is it better? Is it worse? Don't know. But there's rubber as opposed to no rubber. Now, holding them both in the hand, it doesn't seem to make a difference to me. However, rubber will not transfer heat as well as this anodized aluminium will. So that could make a difference in terms of heat. Now, the buttons here, also we have a lanyard area there. So you just lift that up for the lanyard, push it back down if you don't want it. And now the buttons here, we have a tourney wheel and you turn it, and that gives you your battery level indicator and what output it's going to come on in, and you have a switch here. So when you turn it on, that says throw, switch to flood, switch to throw, switch to flood, switch to throw, click it off. I have to say the user interface with the Olight is a lot better. It's, well, maybe not a lot better, but it is better. It's easier to use. Not that the Fenix is difficult to use, but it is easier with the Olight. It's just more simple. Now, down the bottom here, this is how you charge it. So you turn, opens, exposes the USB-C port. You can also use this as a power bank. It gives you a dual USB-C cord, so you can plug this into this and then into something else that takes USB-C, and it will charge that. And then you close it up. One deal breaker potentially is that this is a built-in battery, so you don't have the ability to unscrew it and remove the battery. That for some people might be not okay. And the weight of this comes in at 750 grams. So 750 grams versus 500 plus the battery. Let's actually see what the battery weighs of the Fenix. So the battery weighs 206.4 grams. So the Fenix comes in at 706 grams. So 706 grams for the Fenix, 750 for the Olight. But the Olight is smaller and stubbier than the Fenix. See that? And the Fenix has got a larger head, and that is designed correctly because you need that really, really wide, smooth reflector to get that beautiful throw that this light has. So with absolutely no bias at all, because I like both of these lights and I think they perform really well, and I will give my final opinion, but without any bias at all, I think the Fenix is more comfortable because it has a longer body. And I like a longer body. When I have my thumb on the buttons, the fact that the body goes further into my palm is more comfortable for me. I prefer that. When I am holding the Olight, it doesn't go so far into my palm, and the head is very heavy. It just doesn't feel as secure. So in terms of in the hand feel, I prefer the Fenix. However, in terms of user interface and how to use these lights, I prefer the Olight, absolutely. Give it a turn, then click, and it'll turn it on. If you don't if you don't turn it before pressing the button, it will not turn on. So it automatically locks out. That wasn't long enough, but it automatically locks out. But just the fact that when it's on, you flick a switch and it goes from flood to throw is really, really cool. And I like that. Whereas with the Fenix, if I've got it on throw and I want flood, I need to turn it off and then turn it back on. Oh my goodness, why did it do that to me? Like that. So now if I want throw from flood, I can press and hold and it swaps into flood and throw. See that? So that's really cool. But if I want just one or the other, I need to turn it off. Well, that just turned flood off. That turned flood back on. That turned throw off. And that turned throw back on. Now off. So if you want one or the other, you need to turn it off and then turn it back on. But you can add throw and flood at the same time, which is really, really cool. That is a major plus for the Fenix over the Olight, absolutely. Okay, so the way you use these lights, so as I said, the Olight, this will be locked out now. So I've clicked it, nothing. But it just shows you battery level indicator and power that it's gonna come on in. If I turn it, then click, it comes on. Now, the way you turn this light up or down in terms of output, you just scroll. And then that's all the way. And then you scroll back, and that's the bottom, or you just stop where you want. Then when you want flood, you just flick, and there you go. Now, see that? It's got a proximity sensor. So I have to move it all the way back here. Or no, maybe I need to turn it off now. Turn it back on, and now it'll allow me. But see that? The proximity sensor kicks in, and it brings it all the way down in flood, not in throw. So I don't know exactly where that proximity sensor is, but it's probably around there somewhere. See that? So that is the proximity sensor in action. So I'll just do it again. So I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna get it ready to turn up to, or turn on in the fullest output, turn it on, and very quickly it dumbs down to the second highest because it won't allow me because it's bouncing off the wall there. But that's how you use this light. It's really simple. Turn it on, scroll. That's it. Flick to flood, flick to throw, scroll, flick to flood, flick to throw. That's it. But you can't have both on at the same time. Very simple UI, really nice to use. With the Fenix, it is a press and hold and then single click to cycle. Okay? If you press and hold from on, it turns it off. Same with the flood, press and hold, turns it on, single click to cycle, press and hold from on, it turns it off. However, if you're in flood, so let's get back to flood. If you're in flood, and I'll just get it to the lowest output because that's very bright, and I press and hold for a long time, press and hold, it's going to go to strobe. Then single click, it goes to SOS. Single click back to your output, single click cycle. Only from flood. I'll get it back to throw, press and hold, no strobe, no SOS. So SOS and strobe come on with flood, not throw. Now, as I mentioned before, really cool thing about this is when it's on throw at the moment. If I press and hold, it comes on in flood and throw. Then if I press and hold, it'll take off flood. Now, let's do that again. Press and hold, and I'll just get it to the lowest output so you can actually see. That is flood and throw. If I press and hold throw, it takes it off. Press and hold throw, it adds it. So the fact that this light, see, no throw, throw. No flood, flood. So the fact that this light can be used with flood and throw is a massive plus for me. Massive, massive, massive. Press and hold, turn flood off, press and hold, turn throw off. That's it. Now, this light does not automatically lock out. So if you want to lock this light out, you need to press both buttons together. 1, 2, 3, and that has just locked it out. And there we go. It's just letting me know, no, you can't. If you want to unlock it, press and hold them together. 1, 2, 3. There we go. The show is back. All right, so let's go outputs. We'll start with throw, and let's just get it to the lowest. Okay, that there is your 50 lumen eco mode, which you'll get for 92 hours and 18 minutes. It will reach roughly 160 meters. Single clicking gets it up to low mode, which is 150 lumens for roughly 44 and a half hours, and it will get roughly 260 meters. Single clicking gets it all the way up to 350 lumens for 22 and a half hours, and that will reach roughly 400 meters. Single clicking gets you to high. High is 1,000 lumens, which you'll get for 7 hours, roughly 640 meters. Fantastic high mode. This has got over 101,000 candela. And then single click goes back down to low. So eco, low, medium, high. Eco, low, medium, high. So the highest output you get on throw is your high mode of 1,000 lumens. There it is. And it's a really nice 1,000 lumens. 7 hours, as I said, 640 meters, 101,960 candela to be exact. Now, press and hold turns it off. Press and hold to the flood, turns flood on. So make sure I'm at the bottom. Yep. So that there in your flood is a low of 350 lumens, which you'll get for 22 hours and 44 minutes. Single clicking gets up to 1,000 lumens, which you'll get for 7 hours and 15 minutes. Single clicking is high 1. That's 3,000 lumens for 2 hours and 50 minutes. Single clicking again is high 2, which is 6,000 lumens for 2 hours flat. And single clicking again, that's 11,000 lumens, which you'll get for 45 minutes, reaching 410 meters. Now, this is spec'd to 12,000 lumens max, and that is because if I now press and hold throw, and it adds throw, and I make sure that throw is on the highest output, that there is 1, 2, 3, that there's 12,000 lumens all up. Okay, now press and hold, just turn off flood. Now, I'll get that back down to the lowest output. From on, remember, pressing and holding, you'll get strobe 3,000 lumens, single click SOS 350 lumens. Single click back to your outputs. Press and hold, turn it off. This is spec'd to a 1 meter drop resistant and 2 meters water submersible. So, as I said, I do think that the Marauder is easier to use. However, the fact that the Fenix can have flood and throw on at the same time is a real win for me. A real win for me. Also, I actually prefer the LED. As you'll see in the night shots, I prefer the fact that this light can... it has an LED as opposed to an LEP because I like the spill in it. Now, the Olight specs. So just give it a scroll and turn it on, get it all the way down. Okay, so on the throw outputs, the lowest output there is 50 lumens, which you'll get for 59 hours, and it's still spec'd to reach 200 meters. Then if I just cycle, there we go, and then it shows you here that that's stepped up. That's 100 lumens, which you'll get for 31 hours, reaching 300 meters. Cycle again, yep. 200 lumens, 19 hours, 400 meters. 300 lumens, 11 hours and 40 minutes, 500 meters. 500 lumens, 9 hours and 50 minutes, 600 meters. 650 lumens, 7 hours, 700 meters. And 850 lumens, 6 hours and 40 minutes, 800 meters. Now, the last three, or the highest three outputs, all have asterisks. So that means they will step down. But 800 meters of throw in the LEP is not too shabby at all. Now, I'm going to cycle all the way back down, get it to flood, and I'm going to move it out of the way so it hopefully doesn't initiate or activate the proximity sensor. So that there is 200 lumens, which you'll get for 40 hours. That there is 400 lumens, which you'll get for 22 hours. That there is, oh, it already stepped down. Okay, so I'll go all the way back. I'll turn it off actually. Actually, I'll just do it like this. Nah, it's not gonna work. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that level 3, 800 lumens, 13 hours. Level 4, 1600 lumens, 7.5 hours. Level 5, 3200 lumens for 4 hours and 30 minutes. Level 6, 6,400 lumens for 3 hours and 15 minutes, and you'll reach 300 meters, it says. And then level 7, 14,000 lumens for 3 hours and 10 minutes, and 450 meters of throw. And it'll step down. Very easy to swap from flood to throw. Oh my God, I'm blind. And it's very easy to swap from flood to throw, and I'll just get it all the way down, and that's better. Now, this is also spec'd to IPX8 water rated and 1 meter drop resistant. So both have the same specs in that regard. All right, let's wait no further. Let's go to night shots, test both of these guys out, and then we'll come back for some final thoughts, prices, and where to buy the Fenix and the Olight. See you in a sec. All right, kicking things off with the Fenix. That's on throw. Lowest output, very useful. Single click, single click, single click. I think that's the highest. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the highest on throw. 1000 lumens. Reaching the top with ease. Look at the beam. Now, take it off, put it on flood. Oh my goodness. Okay, so starting at the lowest. That's turbo, and that is a whopper. But now I'm gonna add throw into this. So there it is. There it is. Doesn't really do a lot, does it? I mean, it does actually. Turn it off, turn it on. Yeah, I mean, it does help out at the top of the tower, that's for sure. But it's not crazy. I do like having the extra throw though. So if we look back there, turn it off. Yeah, it does help. Yep. But no, it definitely does show the extra benefit of it, I think. and yuck, and then SOS. All right, now the Marauder. Okay, so that's the lowest on flood, and I'm just gonna cycle. Okay, I think the Marauder's got it on flood. I think the Marauder wins that battle because that's pretty impressive, the flood. But now let's see throw. So it's just as good as throw, but there's no spill. There is some peripheral light around here, so that's cool because you can see close to you, which is nice, but obviously there's no spill. So anything next to the spotlight up there, you're not gonna see. Now, granted, it is a large spotlight, so you only got to kind of do that to see, but you're not gonna see anything outside of the spotlight. Whereas with the Fenix, you do. So if you want a spot and flood light, but with spill around the spot, then go the Fenix. If you want a major flood, which is this, then go the Marauder 2, because this definitely wins on flood. Absolutely. So flood on the Fenix was 11,000 lumens. On the Marauder 2, it's 14,000 lumens, I think. So that's just, it's no joke, is what it is. All right. Fantastic. All right, see ya. All right, so look, there are pros and cons in both of these lights. I do think that the user interface is easier to use with the Olight. It's also smaller but heavier. But also the throw in the Fenix I think is better because it's got spill. I prefer the LED in the Fenix. And I like the fact that it can go flood and throw as well. Doesn't make a massive difference, especially when you've got it on 11,000 lumens of flood, but it's still cool to have and I like it. Now, which one would I choose? Definitely the Fenix, and that is because I prefer the as I said, the LED throw. I like the fact that it's got spill, really nice. They are both phenomenal lights. If you just check them out there, look at that. They are just so cool. Both very useful. Price will come into it though, because you can get these both from lightshop.com.au right now. The Fenix is actually on sale for I think like 320 bucks. I'll link it straight away. I'll link it in the description below. And the Olight's about 430 bucks. However, when the Fenix is not on sale, it jumps up above 400 as well. So if you're interested in the Fenix, grab it now while it's on sale at Light Shop. I'll link both of them in the description, and I'll add some discount codes as well. So look, if you guys are in the market, or you're looking for a good spot and flood kind of light, take a look at the Fenix LR40R or the Olight Marauder 2. They are both fantastic companions for spot and flood. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.